Howdy folks, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath the art villa, found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. That's right, I'm your real fake outsider artist coming to you today with, and I didn't think there was going to be anything today. I didn't think I was going to have anything to share today. And then I got a record in the mail. It's a singing gospel midget. That's right, I got a record in the mail today. I'm going to share Lowell Mason's The Singing Gospel Midget, the tune, at the end of this presentation. That will be great fun. I have really horrible drawings to show you today. Horrible drawings. It's a horrible retarded drawing day. And I apologize for that in advance. And oh, I went and I saw the Cleopatra exhibit, you know, the Queen of Egypt, Cleopatra, sort of the last pharaoh, sort of, no, it was the last pharaoh, and as you know, I worked on the thing, right, built it up, but took the wife to see it, okay, and it was great. It was great. It was a great exhibit. There's, you know, it's I explained it all before. Okay, so he went through it, but the thing of it is, you know, to make money, they funnel you through the gift shop after the exhibit, and I just didn't see anything there I liked, so I just left without supporting the exhibit. You know, even though I worked there, you think I would you know, find something that I could buy to support the exhibit, but I didn't. Oh, back up. When you go into the exhibit, they tell you not to take pictures and not to chew gum. There's, you know, I find it very curious. Turn your cell phone off. No pictures and no chewing gum. Well, the cell phone I can understand because it annoys people. Cell phones annoy me even if it's somebody using one in, like, Seattle. I mean, no, especially when you're driving. That's what annoys me. But you can understand that. You don't want to be like having immersed in the experience and then having somebody's cell phone go off next to you. And then have them shout into it, you know. The one thing I hate is the people that walk around with the thing on their ear and they're just talking out in space. And you have no, I think, it's like, anyway, I wasn't going to complain about anything today. So the photography thing, I can understand. They don't want images, you know, bootleg images out, you know, in the public. I understand that. So I'm not able to take pictures. I just wanted to I think I got to describe what I saw there. There was one, you know, so I didn't have to describe it. I'm just going to have to impersonate it. Here's one little a sphinx I saw that was about this big, stone sphinx. It kind of looked like this. And then there was another one with the head broken off, which I'm going to have more of a difficult time impersonating, so I think I'll just pass on that. So, okay, now on to the drawings. This is going to be a long video. I can just tell this is going to be a long video, and I probably shouldn't mix these horrible drawings I've got with everything else I'm sharing today, because it's just going to scare people. These drawings, but I keep thinking that this is, by the way, they're under retarded, the retarded section of my website, but I keep thinking that I'm not going to get like lower myself any farther, you know, into like just crudity, just absolute crudity, basically. Oh, the tramp stamp thing, how's that coming along? Well, there was basically only one real solid suggestion. It's very disheartening that people are going to, you know, I'm not going to make you liable. So when I get my man tramp stamp on my lower back above the Speedo I wear when I do gardening out in the summer, I'm not going to hold you liable if it doesn't work out. You know, this is just an idea, and feel free to suggest. Well, Bert suggested open all night. That's the only solid one I've got, so I guess I'm going to have to use that one since there weren't any others to choose from. Oh, in fact, there was another one I have to. Daniel Bacchae. I'm really sorry, Daniel, if I messed that up, because as if you watch my videos, you know I'm always apologizing for names because I can't pronounce them. Living art. That's almost too deep for people. People, you know, open all night, people will just look at it. They're not going to say anything. I'm not going to have to explain it, but living art, people are going to ask me about that. What does that mean? And I have to wax philosophic over my man tramp stamp, so I'm just shying away from that. Now there were comments that were left that were suggestive of what could be a man tramp stamp statement, and plumber's crack. I think Tink alluded to plumber's crack. Give something to look at rather than plumber's crack, but I just actually think plumber's crack, maybe with a K, just to make it kind of like, I don't know, different. Crack with a K. Not at the end, at the beginning, 2 Ks. Not just a K, 2 Ks. Anyway, and Button Dave, the space for rent, it was suggestive of this space for rent. You could rent that space. You could rent that space. So there you go. Actually, that, a really good idea. I could get the man tramp stamp and just solicit for money. I could just tattoo something on my lower back that somebody would pay me for to do that. And that's probably already been done. But maybe it should be done again. I don't know. I'm going to go on from here. We're going on. I should just go through the ones I've done today. I got to back up. There's some drawings I did quite a while ago that I never fully explained. But today it's things I've had sex with comics. That's right, things I've had sex with. You can see, I don't know why. I just don't know why. I just can't get my head out of the gutter. And it keeps getting worse. I've used up all the ideas that were in my head that weren't horrible. And that would be the cream. And now I'm like getting down to what's underneath the cream? I don't know. Oh, cream. Never mind. I'm gonna cut all that out. But just to make it fun. Well, if you're looking at the drawing. Okay, you're looking at the drawing, and I decided to develop this suit. So I'm just not actually going to tell you about the things I've had sex with, because actually, frankly, I think it would rather be boring. It would rather bore you to know that it hasn't been, my life's history. Now I have to eat lunch with people. I had lunch the other day, and somebody asked me if the state was still would issue me a driver's license. I said, well, they don't, ask me to draw pictures for them as proof, of my sanity so I can get a driver's license. What does that have to do with anything? Nothing. So I'm thinking, like, I came up with this suit. Here's the drawing again. The suit a person would wear to attract things that he would like to have sex with. And that would be a leather, pull-over hood with a zipper mouth and an overly tight pink t-shirt with a bunny on it. And I'm going to design this utility belt that has like an air steam whistle on it, a red rotating flashing light, and a horn and sensors, so that you would know when it was appropriate, to have. Sex it's just complicated. Relationships and sex are highly complicated. It's my whole point in doing this. And it would be nice we had devices that would warn us, would attract and but it seems like it's repelling. This is repelling, but it's not repelling. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. So if somebody overcomes the challenge, you know that it's way too complicated. I just need the horn and a flashing light. I need the red. That's a warning. The horn is like kind of like the train going across. And then there's the steam whistle, the big throaty thing, which is like, don't stop, don't do that. It's so complicated. And the next page, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's complicated. I drew an alien creature. They live on ass gas. This goes back to my creatures that come to Earth in search of baked bean factories to raid, because they live on methane. And they need baked beans to generate the fuel they need to live on. So this is an alien creature with a closed system. And it's still the sex thing. And you can see it. I'm not even going to say it verbally, but it's there. This is just going downhill really fast. And then we go to, is my wiener big enough comics? Is my wiener big enough? It's part of what we live in a society that's always telling us things are too big or too small. And you see it on television, so this is not like this. It seems like, to me, I'm being really... But then there's commercials for the person with the smile on his face and the woman that looks just like him hugging on to him because he's got a bigger wiener because he took a pill, okay? So that's what this page is. And then how do people that are... how do preachers... of certain faiths keep themselves from going crazy if they can't? What do they... How do they control this, the physical nature of their body? I don't know. Apparently not very well in many cases. We all know that's old news. Then I came up with The Misadventures of Robot Squid Bunny. Right there. There's The Misadventures of Robot Squid Bunny. And that's just a sexual creature who's part a robot, part squid, and part bunny. And he's got like Tourette's syndrome. He can't stop from saying stupid stuff. You know, you would like to come and just watch a video where I just said something like, here you go. My back hurts. I twisted my back working and it still hurts. I got a sciatic nerve pinch and I'm numb down to the legs. I took a pack of steroids and that helped for a few days. But it's still there. There's the honest part. Now, back to Robot Squid Bunny. Anyway, there you go. And Robot Squid Bunny remembers World War II and Pearl Harbor. And he's pitted against the socialist brown shirt squarehead who lives at the bottom of the ocean with some cartoon characters. And unless the cartoon characters do his bidding, he's going to burn Europe. Not continental, the land mass of Europe, but what's underneath the ocean, sort of territorially what they control. He's going to burn it. But there's a problem with that because fire doesn't work underwater. Except maybe in cartoon land. I don't know. Anyway, he's a socialist and he brings in the Stuka dive bombers and it's going to make a children's cartoon out of that. I keep working on kids stuff for kids because they have money. They spend money and I want their money. You know, I keep coming up with these children books. Oh, I'm using sparkly paint now because... Look, when these pages swell up, I can't use rhinestones in the book, so I bought some sparkly paint. It's really not very good paint. It's very light. When you put it on, the colors are not solid, but the sparkles, if you look at it like this in the light, the sparkles come through. It's nice. The next page is stuff that sits on my dining room table that turns into Hitler. That's right. In this case, it's a China doll head that turned into Hitler. And I just these ideas. And the last page goes under a different section of my website, which are things that are stupid. I have one thing that's stupid today, and one thing that's been irritating me. Before I get to the Midget gospel singer, I just got to say, this Niaspan, these Niaspan ads, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a drug for like blood pressure, I think, okay? And they get these people like that are siblings, like brothers or sisters, and they're, you know, or a daughter or something like that, and they're calling their older sibling, their brother or sister, or their parent, okay? And they're like all full of themselves, like, what do you do? Don't shit or get off the pot. Take Niaspan or you're going to die. And I'm coming over there and I'm going to shove it down your throat, you know? It's highly irritating and torturous, much like my videos are. And that's what this last page is right here. It's that. Anyway, I kind of just wanted this to be short and perky and silly, and it's been none of it. Because it's actually probably been pretty creepy, because I can only sit here so long and be silly before it becomes just damn creepy. Thanks for watching, and I hope you're no more afraid now than I ever, probably most of you are. There's just this little part of me still that thinks that I should probably be a better example. In life, but I just resisted. I resisted to my last breath. that being a better example actually means something. And not go out, be nice to your neighbors, be nice to the people you live with, and be nice to your neighbors and helpful. and then wear a stupid hat and say stuff that doesn't mean anything. Because it doesn't matter. People that have a problem with it, they can just go out and get their own hat. Anyway, that's it. I have nothing else to say. Listen to the Midget.
I don't wanna go there, you don't wanna go there, to that awful place below. Plan to go up higher, high above the fire, to that land where milk and honey flow. Now I know you've all heard tell that there is red hot hell, and it's tended by the devil and his crew. And he works them round the clock, 'cause he's gotta keep it hot, and you know that everything I say is true. Well, the old devil checks the gauge, and he flies into a rage if he finds it ain't a-climbing like it oughta. But he really does jump high when he hears some poor soul cry, saying, "Man, I'd like to have a drink of water." Yeah. I don't wanna go there, you don't wanna go there, to that awful place below. Plan to go higher, high above the fire, to that land where milk and honey flow. Now we know the love of money is the root of all the evil that is in this sinful world, the Bible said. While you're up here cultivating all them sins, the devil's waiting, and you know he's gonna get you when you're dead. Now just picture that it's you working on that devil's crew, and your throat's hot, you hear your tonsils fry. Better treat your neighbor nice, throw away those sinful dice, pour that whiskey down the drain and tell no lies. Now you women go on home and leave that other man alone. Don't you gossip about your neighbor across the road. Love your husbands if you got one. If you ain't, get one that's not one, 'cause you know you're gonna reap what you have sown. Yeah! I don't wanna go there, you don't wanna go there, to that awful place below. Plan to go up higher, high above the fire, to that land where milk and honey flow. To that land where milk and honey flow.